Is it what you just said? Oh, I didn't even bring my phone in to make sure that it's coming up on my end.
Oh, and I never did a sound check, so it'd be pretty
No
good.
sound check. So anybody ever hears us,
Go get a device.
go get it.
Okay, welcome. No. Oh, you
Welcome to the Dr. PhilGood, our weekly broadcast on trauma recovery, cellular health, and real life healing from the inside out.
Wow, that was so exciting. You
Was
timed
it?
it perfect too.
Thank you.
You been practicing this?
No, not really.
Awesome.
Not that part,
No?
but this part,
Just in the flow.
when you say that this series is proudly sponsored.
Oh, this series is proudly sponsored by the Patrick Risha CTE Awareness Foundation, whose mission is to prevent CTE through education and early intervention.
A mission that's critical for families like ours navigating brain injury, behavioral changes, and long-term caregiving.
Visit stopcte.org.
To learn more
Yes.
and give a big old hug.
Yes.
To
Yeah, if
you're
they got
you're gonna
keyboard
love 'em.
hugs, hug them when you
Do you have a hug
text 'em.
Sound that you could add to?
That's a sad hug.
We don't have.
That's a
we don't have
sad
sound-
hug.
We don't have a hug sound except a sad. No, there's no such a thing as a sad hug.
That was a sad hug, yeah.
Okay.
You ever hug someone and they went like this? That's a sad
I can't
hug.
tell.
That's a sad
I
hug.
can't tell, but I can tell December seems to be really difficult for trauma to nervous systems.
How could you tell?
Would you agree with that, David? What is your personal experience about being the survivor of several traumas and overcoming Decembers? Why is that overcoming? Most people love Christmas.
Yeah, I do too. I do. I love it. Especially now I'm older. Like all the dust is settled. I get
What did you not like about them before?
Oh, well, I wasn't like around my family or anything. I was just out there, gone. All by myself. All by myself. Yeah, that's what I was doing for.
It seems like it's a different reason for everybody, but it's just naturally, or I don't know, unnaturally. It's a busy time of the year, and it seems like people tend to be a little more, self-absorbed.
Yeah.
And just not paying too much attention to those who may be abundant.
Well, that the struggle I was having was, it started mentally because there's so many folks like this too because of divorce. Being away from your children, just being a simple divorce. I say simple divorce when you've lived my life.
If
you
there
can
is
say
such a
that.
thing.
Yeah,
simple divorce.
that right there can make a person's Christmases difficult because of separation from their kids, the whole family thing.
Which is
going
going to
up
affect somebody with a brain injury or behavioral
My
problems
issues-
even more so.
I had connection problems, memory issues. I could I could be with someone at a certain time and it be a whole different era of time. So I'd be out of place and didn't know what was going on. And I'm sure I looked kind of off to these folks.
And then I'm sure some folks are just like, oh, let's have a blast. Don't matter how you feel.
Well, I don't think anyone could tell how I was feeling. It was a matter of my personality changed. It was, I wasn't conscious in so many different times. And so when we got divorced and I got separated from Monique, that was, I think, 3 months that I had to go. The first time ever was 3 months that I had to go without seeing my kid. And I was a mess. I mean, a mess.
So one of the things, and that's what you're talking about, is the disrupted routines that can throw
Monique
away
sent me a
somebody,
little,
and it doesn't have to happen during Christmas. That can happen
Right.
anytime.
But Monique did send me a little Christmas ornament on her tree that had a sock with her mom's name, my name, and Monique's name on a chimney.
Cute.
It's Christmas. I mean, Christmas. So that's, I think a lot of people deal with that because there's so many divorces.
Yeah, well, there are other stressors that I feel like they're probably less talked about, such as how overeating affects the body, how eating too many sweets or drinking too many sweets affects the body, how lack of sleep or just the fact that you are busier yourself and you have to like prioritize and do all of those things that may be overwhelming you. Because one thing that we know is that people tend to harm themselves more so around this time of the year, which is why we chose to talk about this today.
I feel better like this, folks. I hope you don't mind. Less burning on the eyes. My eyes burn when I'm standing in front of these or sitting in front
I wonder if that has to do.
You know, we were looking with the camera.
Oxidative stress also.
You never know. We had it looking down at us, so I could. But it's now we're standing up. I like that standing up. What do you think about the standing up?
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
better.
So the biology of burnout really has to do a lot with something that we've been talking about.
Wouldn't
for a
you
while,
know? I would marry someone who has the biology of a burnout.
Oxidative
Tell us about
stress.
it.
Well, I mean, we're dealing with compromised systems already, right? When we're talking about behavioral issues, which is most likely coming from neurological issues.
Right.
And then we have brain injuries, which have similar symptoms as neurological
And then we got
issues.
the allostatic load that this
then,
show is all about.
And then we have the allostatic load, which is what with all of these
it's
people?
kind of full with us.
Like you wake up like almost full.
I always say my laundry basket's full already.
So we add the sugar spikes to it that we get from all the sweets
from the gas
that we
station
eat
or
during this
Christmas
time of the year,
whatever.
and then we add the poor sleep to it, which is when you're outside of your routines, that just kind of happens anyways. But now there's a little bit of social pressure to enjoy yourself longer and harder and watch another Christmas movie or whatever your choice of blue light absorption is. And then because of the chronic stress, there are more free radicals, which cause even more damage. And the lack of sleep actually slows down healing. And then the overeating under stress causes like digestive issues, and which becomes a neurological burden.
And then you kind of eat like that all week, don't you? Like eat all the leftovers.
I mean, that's basically starts in around Thanksgiving and goes all the way until the 1st of the January when the detox symptoms start to kick in.
I'm missing out on it. See?
And that would be a period that I'm sure you blacked out several times in the past 7 years. So you were like not there, and I thought there were, but. So mood regulation becomes a horrible issue, and then that of course includes impulse control, and then of course the memory and losing patience because of lack of communication, which causes stress. Thank you. Which then leads to overall inflammation rising, which affects of course the brain. If we're talking about somebody with brain injuries
are talking about someone with brain injuries
who has like an inflamed brain, like for example somebody with CTE would.
Right.
And people
an inflamed brain is pretty much a CTE brain is an inflamed brain. So like getting someone with CTE that has their brain not inflamed is not usual.
No, but like also like let's talk about inflammation as a sure marker of some sort of a pain, discomfort, So inflammation anyway, if you have it in your body, whether or not you have a nervous system, deficiency or dysfunction, you need it.
Inflammation? Reducing it, yes, absolutely. The glutathione, right?
Right, like increasing everything that reduces.
I'm learning this stuff. She's teaching me, and I confuse her sometimes, but not too often.
So why? Because so you already have that allostatic load, filled up, and now if you're gonna add anything,
add something to it, throw some sugar. Give me one of them
more
Christmas
inflammation,
Christmas little Debbies.
or you try to slow down,
Christmas
healing with like not sleeping or not resting, because that's actually kind of where this goes to, more so than what would be.
Thanks, Miss Hawkins, Mr. Hawkins.
What would be what would be your suggestion for somebody who's, dealing with a traumatic brain injury and is not taking Christmas too well? Because I mean that has been your issue, hasn't
Okay,
it?
here's what only thing I can say for that is, well, when you're at that place where I was at Christmas, when you want to go home, like home to see the maker, there's no turning anything, like your mindset. Life is done. That's why you're ready to do it. And at that place, the only thing that I could think of that would help someone in that place is if they could look over here and see that it happened to me 15 years ago. 15 years ago.
What, the first time?
First time I attempted, and I did it 7, 8, 9 times that year.
In the first 12 months.
Yeah, and then it happened again from 2017, 2018. I don't know how many times, but that's how I ended up meeting Fru and landed this big guy.
But what does it have to do with December, though? I mean,
that was just the hardest. I think that was because it's the hardest point, and the New Year's is coming up, and it's like the same thing every year. I was just in a loop.
So like stacking traumatic events, memories of traumatic events, whether or not somebody's memory is intact. Actually, that's what's kind of funny.
Well, it could be intact and just looping on something
but
horrific,
also the body, like the nerves in the body remember, and that information is somehow present.
Well, I had
in
some
the
serious
muscles.
accidents during those months.
So like the pain increases, and it's just like also it's like everything is worse throughout December for you. It seems
Well,
like
I got hit
November
by
and
a
December.
forklift. I got hit by a forklift and smashed by 2 cars without me knowing, like seeing it coming.
So
And
one of the
in
reasons
those
why
months.
we're here talking about this, by the way, just because some people are wondering
The
that
month
what
of
the
December.
point is that there are people, like a bunch of people out there who actually are having real serious problems around this time of the year. It's just that it's not written on their forehead, so we can know it by looking at them. And we were actually talking at Brother Robin Johnson's Prophetic Ministries interview yesterday. And that was the question, the main question that we discussed, actually, which is really interesting because he sent his questions to us after I started to work on the outline of this episode. So they're just interestingly enough kind of about the same things. How can you recognize those people, and what would you tell those people? So hopefully a bunch of people are listening.
Here's what I would like them to do is tune in.
Tess, thank you so much.
Tune in to us and stay positive, because this is what I hang on to. Like I say it a lot. You live long enough and you're going to see it's going to get better. I could never, I had gone through depression. I didn't believe in depression. I went through that, and I wasn't depressed when I tried to kill myself. That wasn't, I didn't have an issue with that. I wasn't depressed. Determined to get out of here and win. That was me winning, and that's just how far it had gone. Ooh, ain't that something?
Well, I guess one of the things that I probably didn't say yesterday, and I regretted it, so I'm gonna insert it, is just to don't assume things about people. Like, especially, I mean, that's not a good thing to start with, but around this time of the year, just be extra careful, like what you assume of anybody who's struggling, because it's people are hiding it too, because I said, there is this forced, everybody have to have joy during Christmas kind of
you
thing.
never hear about like the suicide where everyone goes, man, we all should have been there, we saw that coming, we know. Nobody. It's always like everyone's shocked.
But the things you can do,
don't do it this Christmas.
That, and that you're thinking about it, and it's a relaxing thought, is protect your sleep time, simplify your food, eat probiotic foods, and don't overeat. That's not a good thing anyway, but right now it's a very bad idea. And it's okay if you reduce your sugar intake. I also understand that if you're socializing, that it's hard. But it's okay if you're socializing, and it's also okay if you don't feel like socializing and you need some space for you so that you can actually restore yourself emotionally, physically, mentally, your soul, your spirit. You're ready to see people. Make sure that you're
I got better.
what?
I got better 7 years later, and I look forward to every year. Although I don't have a Christmas tree up, and I don't have Christmas presents up underneath the tree, and I'm not all crazy about stuff. But
not this year. But
when is Christmas?
We did on the 25th. I hope.
Oh, well, it's always on the 25th.
Okay, so you are not feeling if December feels heavy. This is what I would actually like to say to you, that invite peace into your heart, and that's kind of like the key of restoration in my mind, because love is kind of like around us, but we have to be able to accept it, and in order to accept it, we kind of have to create peace inside of us.
We have a new family member, you guys.
First.
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you off real quick. But,
so you're not broken, not lazy, you're responding normally. Like, being overwhelmed around this time of the year is okay, even for somebody who's completely healthy. But for somebody with trauma stacked on each other, or like, whether it's physical injury or emotional events that traumatize you, they're kind of...
I can almost guarantee you the whole reason about Christmas that it's so intense is that it's family. All your memories, childhood, everything that is wrapped around. You got like moments in time where you look through your memories and, oh, this car accident happened, so you remember it. But when you're a child and when you're a kid, a parent with children, you're counting each Christmas, and you got that thing counts, man. You go back. I used to have a divorce box, I called them, and I had 2 boxes.
They all had December
and there was all the pictures. It was before internet came, and you didn't have like digital everything. So I had like printing pictures up and store stuff away. Yes.
I think we're kind of ready to close, because we kind of talked about everything.
Man, we're just getting started. How many minutes was it?
How many minutes, tell me?
17 minutes.
17
Look, 15 minutes. 15 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, see there? We got done quick.
Well, then let's
talk about this for a minute.
Number 5, because I gave some... Well, I guess I didn't say this like that directly, but for the social thing, it's great if you feel like socializing. But also, if you need to protect your energy around this time of the year, because you just
Please protect your energy.
Just protect your energy. Yeah. Just be easy on you. Do whatever whatever
Take
is
it easy.
Good for you.
And
that's what's gonna benefit everybody around you too, isn't it?
When we say take it easy, we really mean it. Like, don't do things that hurt you. I have to, as a brain injured survivor, I have to think about things hurting me that doesn't hurt you. You can eat it and not have any problem.
If you feel extremely wiped out around this time of the year, just keep in mind that that's actually a symptom of anxiety as well. So if there's too much stress going on in your life, you can feel like really wiped out, even though on other times you wouldn't. So that's probably a sign of you maybe needing to nap, and
drink
also
water.
Realize that you're not lazy, you're not broken. I'd love to do that, by the way. So
drink some water, Phoebe. So we got a new family member, and that's why I want to take the rest of the show and enjoy talking about our new family member. It was back in the summer. It was a little puppy at 3 or 4 months old at this time, Siberian Husky, and it has a neurological disorder of some kind, and it shakes all over, and the veterinarian told the ladies she should put him to sleep, and we said no, and she said no, and she said she'd bring him to us. She couldn't help. She couldn't keep him. She lived in a motor home, and traveling, and retired, and had a little Pomeranian, and
There is a question though from
Okay, well,
from Tess Hawkins.
hang on to it while I'm Pomeranian talking. What happened with this dog and the Pomeranian?
Are you asking
Yeah.
me?
Oh,
Well,
okay. He's
they didn't
snapping.
get
Max.
along.
So Max is snapping it, and he walks around. He's all shaking like this, and so cute. And like he fell asleep in the floor today, taking a nap.
Several
I
times.
kept listening. I'm like, what in the world keeps moving? He's sleeping. I look over and he's over there. Ploop, ploop, ploop.
He's doing that while
Yeah.
he's dreaming too,
Yeah.
or while he's
And
sleeping.
I truly believe that.
We're actually looking for a donor for
Gonna study this
Max
dude.
for getting holistic solution to replace his current pharmaceutical medication.
They got him on
So
3 or 4 like.
His pharmaceutical medication is pretty expensive too, but of course the holistic solution would not contraindicate with the medication, so we could start giving it to him throughout the time he's taking the other medication if we found a donor for like probably about $150 to $160 per month.
Yeah.
And
That'd be awesome. I believe we'll see a miracle in him.
and it can go, I'm not going to say the name of our organization, but if you want tax deductible purchase, we can make that happen through our foundation.
At Create Foundation.
Create Foundation in Tupelo. So there is an option for that, but if we started doing that together, we could most likely start decreasing the pharmaceutical and eventually have him not to take it. And then if he gets this treatment long enough, the holistic one, then the issue may resolve itself.
I believe it will. I think it will, and that's a great idea. I'm glad you come up with that, Fru. Tess?
Yeah, so the question was from Tess. Thank you, by the way, Tess. Any tips for Christmas gathering and, like
With
meeting
new
new
folks.
people? How do I manage my energy budget? And
I'm the best at meeting new people.
but if it's not natural for somebody, I know Tess she's really sweet. And I think, Tess, that I when I'm with people, if it's too many new people, that used to overwhelm me a lot more than it would right
Just
now.
say the worst, the most embarrassing thing right away.
I
Get it
would
out of
not. The energy, as I mentioned,
That's
it
what I
comes
do.
from the stress, right? So I would literally take like bathroom breaks where I would do breathing exercises and meditate, and you can do, if you have room, you can do your stretches and all that kind of stuff. And it's gonna renew your energy for, even if it's a short period of time, you're gonna be able to.
Believe me, she used to do
benefit
that
from it.
right on the interstate,
So
driving me.
thank you
and
guys
Denver.
so much for joining us today.
Did you have a good time, Fru?
I had
like
a great
standing out.
time. Go,
We did it in 15 minutes flat.
go.
Now it's 20 minutes. Awesome.
Go
there.
Max. We're gonna.
That's what I was doing, talking
Go
about
Max.
Max.
Start
Yes,
the
Max.
page for Max or
He's
something.
11 months old now, you guys. You'll see him on, go to our social media pages and
Go to.
you'll see him.
Well, actually, it's not.
On all of them. I'll
It's
have
not
them.
here. We can put the link in here where you can go on the Create Foundation's
I don't have it with me.
to donate.
Nope. But I can put it in the comments.
What'd you say? No, I said yeah, we can
Yeah,
comment.
we'll
That's
put
what
it
I'm
on
saying.
there. You guys come back to the video. We'll have the link to donate. If you want to donate to Max and get him on the holistic wellness medicine.
Of course, follow us to see pictures of Max. He's beautiful, so
Yeah.
I'm sure that it's gonna appear.
Man,
in
if
all
this works
sorts
for
of
Max, I only get a couple
moving
more
and
people to
still
sponsor
forms.
me. I need a couple
Yeah,
more
right.
cases a month. I was taking 16 ounces a month.
Somebody is sponsoring you already, because certain places don't charge you
I know.
at all.
Right.
In Jesus' name, you know what I'm
Hallelujah.
saying. So this episode of Dr. PhilGood was brought to you by the Patrick Rusciasiti Awareness Foundation, standing in the gap for families like ours.
Thank you.
Impacted by head trauma, mood shifts.
And neurological breakdowns. Learn more and support their mission at www.stopcte.org.
Thank you. You are so welcome, Bess. And happy holidays. Actually, since we're gonna be back
Let's dance.
next Friday, Merry Christmas. I can only dance until we have music, as long as we have music.
All right. Thank you, guys.